Hey there everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Becky and today we're going to do an art haul video. I know I did one just a couple weeks ago, but I have purchased a couple of things since then and received some things as gifts from family and friends. So I wanted to go through and show you the things that I have purchased and talk about some videos that I plan on making from those purchases in the future. So let's go ahead and go to the top down view. It'll be easier to show you the items and insides of them as well. Okay, so we're going to break this down into a couple of categories, and the first category is books. I've purchased a number of these for myself, and a number of these were gifts. I am not sponsored by anyone. The gifts were from family and friends. So let me put these aside, and we'll start with these three. I saw somebody that recommended these books as good for anatomy, and so I found them on Amazon and purchased them. And there are three different ones here: Heads, Features, and Faces, Constructive Anatomy, and the Book of 100 Hands by George Bridgman. And books are pretty nice. They've got sketches in there of the different things and kind of talks a little bit about how the features look and how they are structured, so you can go through and understand each of the features. Like this one here kind of shows some construction guides, that sort of thing. Then there was this one. This was almost 500 illustrations. So most pages have a number of illustrations. So there's usually text on one side and illustrations on the other, which I was super happy about. I wanted to go through and just kind of look at them and maybe recreate some of these illustrations in my sketchbook, just to really pound home how the anatomy looks. And this last one was a Book of 100 Hands, which I've already done a 100 Hands challenge, but I may go through this and do something very similar and draw a lot of the hands that are in here. So I thought these would be really great for me to learn more about my anatomy. Next, I'm going to go to this one next. So again, a YouTuber, and I don't remember which one, talked about this book, and so I had this on my wish list. So this was a gift, more about figure drawing, and it has lots of beautiful pictures inside and talks about how to break each of the features down. Lots of nice sketches, and talks about the different volumes and combining the volumes, etc. So I thought this would be, again, another useful book for me to really hone my ability to draw people. So this one is by Michael Hampton. I said it looks like a beautiful book, lots of wonderful drawings inside, and I will let you know once I've used some more of this and more of these how I like them. The next two are all about fairies, because I do really enjoy the fantastical creatures. And I saw another YouTuber talk about some of their favorite books, and this was one of their favorite books. And this is not available new, but I did find it used. This is the 25th anniversary edition of Fairies by Brian Froud and Alan Lee. And just full of beautiful, whimsical drawings of fairies. And it also contains information. I'm sorry, that's my bookmark I made. Information kind of about the legends of the different fairies, illustrations about the things. So this is all about fairy rings, but lots of just beautiful illustrations throughout, and stories inside it as well. So this one I think I will really enjoy, not only looking at the images, but just reading some of the different things that they've got in here. And hopefully this will inspire some drawings to come. While I was looking for this book, I found this book, Fairies of the Fault Lines, as observed and documented by Iris Compiet. It's a beautiful hardcover book. This one I definitely did get on Amazon, and I saw inside it, and it's beautiful. Lots of full color illustrations in here, lots of different sketches, and there's lots of different writing in here about the fairies that it's depicting. So I wanted to look through this and just get some different ideas of how people are depicting fairies and the fae, because in my head they're just beautiful little creatures, but in a lot of illustrations you'll see them depicted a little bit more dark, and that was really interesting to me, and I just wanted to see what other people had done. There's a really thick page here, and I don't know. Oh, this folds out. Ooh, I didn't know about this. That's cool. I don't know if you can see the whole thing. Yeah, you can just barely see the whole thing. The very middle of the book is this full long illustration. That's really cool. Neat. So yeah, again, I'll read through some of this and maybe try to recreate some of the images in here, just to expand my vocabulary of fae and fairies. And the last book I got was this one. I love this sort of ornamentation, and I had seen this book a few times talked about, and I wanted it so that I could go through and recreate some of these, just so I could train my brain and my hand to be able to create these just beautiful, intricate ornamentations, all of these leaf designs. I love them. So yeah, I just wanted something like this that I had a reference just in hand to look at. And this whole thing is just full of simply images of different of these ornamentations. This is a detailed carving of wainscoting and arabesques and cartouche, and yeah, just gorgeous stuff. So I will definitely be maybe even just tracing some of these just to get a feel for how to draw them, and then drawing some freehand. Next category is sketchbooks. First off, I bought myself a 5-pack of the ELO sketchbooks because they were on sale, and I like this sketchbook. So I bought myself a whole bunch of them. So I'm set for the next couple of years, because it takes me forever to fill one of these, because they are very close. They are very thick, but I love the paper in them. I love the sketchbook. I love the cover, and the size is beautiful for what I like. So I just bought myself a whole bunch of them, so I don't have to worry about that for a while. And then I got this. This is the Stillman and Byrne Beta series. This is a mixed media sketchbook. It has cold press, 270 GSM, acid-free paper, and the cover is like this kind of a soft leather feel. I don't think it's actually leather, but it feels really nice. And then inside is this beautiful white paper, just nice and thick. You can hear how thick that is. So I think once I finish my watercolor sketchbook that I have right now, I will probably break this out, or I will use this as a travel sketchbook, because I have started doing that. And so this might be a nice size for a travel sketchbook, but we'll see how I use that. Right, next up is gouaches, and I bought I bought one gouache and was gifted the other one. And the reason that I have two sets of gouache is not because I'm a gouache hoarder, but I purchased this set because I had some people in the neighborhood want to learn how to do a gouache painting. And so this seemed like a reasonable student grade gouache that I wouldn't feel bad about sharing, and having people who aren't used to using gouache use. And this seemed like it would be a little bit easier to share than my Miyahime jelly gouaches. So I bought this for that reason, not because it was the gouache that I really wanted to use, but it was a good gouache to use kind of in a lesson situation, a teaching situation. And this is the Winsor Newton Designer's Gouache, which is a professional grade gouache. I had seen reviews by Sarah Burns, and I will link her YouTube video below, but she really recommended the Winsor Newton Designer Gouache. And so I got the primary color set, and it is really nice. The tubes look small, but from what I know, gouache goes a long way. So this will be a lot of fun. This is the primary color set, and a lot of the colors in here have pretty good light fastness. The yellow, not necessarily so much, but I think from what I've heard, yellow is often not terribly light fast. And this one, I don't know about the light fastness or anything like that, but like I said, this is meant to be a student grade gouache. And one of the videos that I would like to do in the not too distant future is to do a couple of paintings comparing the Winsor Newton professional grade gouache to this Royal & Langnickel student grade gouache to the Miyahime jelly gouache, just so that people understand the differences and you can see how much I like and or struggle with each one. And the last item, whoops, is not going to fit under here. This is the Color Cubes by Sarah Renee Clark, and these are absolutely beautifully packaged. I'm going to move my phone a little bit. I'm going to move it up so you can see this a little bit better. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, the containers are absolutely beautiful. Very thick cardboard. I am not worried about these getting damaged or falling apart in any way, shape, or form. When you have the lids off, it's easy to tell which lid goes under what. And also, it came with this sticker that's slightly transparent that you put on the box lids so that you can tell them apart. Also, which is really nice, but I will say that the stickers weren't obvious what they were because they were on a white sheet of paper, and all I could tell was there was a round sticker, but there was information in there that talked to you and told you what that is. Inside of each box, there are 250 cards, and they contain different color palettes, and they're absolutely beautiful. The material is nice and thick. It's got the colors on the front as well as a reference image, and then on the back it tells you what the colors are as well as the hex codes for them, and then it shows some different values of those same colors on here, so you can use these as inspiration for color palettes for any paintings that you would like. I do want to do a review on these, and that is another video that I started working on and will probably be coming out next. And I'm just going to talk a little bit more about these, but so far I'm very impressed with them and very happy. They are a little on the pricey side, but it is worth the price from what I can tell. I think I think my husband spent about $99 for the two plus the digital downloads that go with it. But absolutely beautiful product. And like I said, I will be doing a review and using these in the not too distant future. Well, that's it for the art haul today. Like I said, I've got a couple of videos that are either in the works or in the planning stages. One of them is for comparing a bunch of different gouaches together that I own, and I will let you know what I think about each one in terms of how well they apply, etc. I am not an expert in gouache, but I do know that Sarah Burns has an extensive review of a bunch of different gouaches on her blog, and I will leave a link to that below. And I used that in order to pick this guy out. So please go check her out. I will also leave a link to her YouTube channel. She is a professional artist that lives in Scotland, I believe, and does a lot of work in gouache and watercolor. And then the video that I'm currently working on is reviewing the Color Cube by Sarah Renee Clark. I will be definitely using the books that I have acquired in the not too distant future as well, and I will let you know what I think about those. If there are any video ideas that you would love to see me do, or if there are any of these books or products that you would love to see me use, please let me know down below and I will do my best to accommodate that. I hope you had a great time and I will see you next week. Bye.